What is up, guys? Welcome to Papa Ray's Pizzeria. I am your host, as always, Papa Ray, and today we are going to watch Call of Duty next. So, if you've been watching my streams, you know I'm kind of on the fence about BO6. I'm probably honestly leaning more towards getting it just because I really want to play a new COD, and I like Treyarch, so. And their zombies looks like it will be a little more of a step up from Cold War, so that's something new for me versus whatever that was they did in MW3. So I just got off work. Here we are. We're gonna do this live stream, and let's see what this is all about. So they're actually still live streaming this, from what I saw. So we're probably gonna get a couple trailers here. I know they're gonna have some zombie trailer. I'm sorry, what? Oh my gosh, how long does this go on for?
They stand before the people as manipulators, controlling power. Now I'm on the elevator. Truth lies, we holding up a detonator. Cut the beat, go dog. We the regulators.
Okay.
Welcome to Call of Duty Next, live from the Capitol. Today we cut the tape and open the dossier. We have a packed show for you today with an exclusive look at all things Black Ops 6, including our first ever deep dive on multiplayer.
Get ready for the world premiere of the all-new Black Ops 6.
Yes, please give us
Liberty Falls. We'll
give us
you the drop on all things Warzone.
We're taking you
Yeah,
to
no one
Area
cares about
99,
Warzone.
and we're taking over 200 global creators with us.
Welcome to Call of Duty Next. This is Black
Yeah.
Ops 6.
Yeah, you got that right, Oroach. Dude, I swear, you just have that copy and pasted in your clipboard so you can always send it in my streams. The event actually looked pretty cool. I kept seeing stuff online on Instagram, so they made like a giant abomination, which was pretty cool. I didn't know it was in the Capitol, though.
The creators have arrived. The game is loading up. It's time to introduce you.
I wonder how they do that. That's got to be obnoxious, like
multiplayer.
sitting next to all these people, like saying the same stuff. You know, like my mic picks up stuff in the other room sometimes. I wonder how they do that. Especially if someone like yells. All right, this is the multiplayer footage they showed the other day. I didn't react to this. I mean, it's a good trailer. There's a cool tracking shot at the end. There's some things that you see returning that are like cool. The songs always deliver in these in the Black Ops trailers. I love how they always have the tomahawk in every trailer, except for BO4. I don't think BO4 had a tomahawk, but I like how this time it misses him because they're showing off the new Omni movement, which is cool. So I'm not a huge fan of this feature here. I think it's just kind of dumb. I mean, I saw a guy post some footage of it actually happening, and it looks like the person has like a health bar. You're essentially taking another player out of the state of play for like 10 seconds or for however long they survive in that state. So I don't know. I think that's a dumb mechanic. From dolphin diving to being real dolphins right there. This is a cool shot, but it's like, again, these trailers always feature stuff that's you're never gonna see like happening in game. trailer, remember, a trailer is supposed to entice you to buy the game. Oh. Gunsmith returning is, once again, no one gives a shit about the Gunsmith. It's the worst gun system ever made. This is the cool tracking shot, though, during the trailer. I like this. The layout of this map actually looks really cool. There's a ton of people on this map, though, so I'm curious if this is the Warzone map or if this is going to be like a ground war style game mode. But yeah. As you can tell, they're still on the MW system that they made in 2019, which is why COD has been trash since 2019. But
nobody's paying attention to us.
Oh, buddy, that was one hell of a trailer. Welcome, 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 everyone. I am your host, Golden Boy, and this is Call of Duty Next, the official reveal of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Of course, I'm joined here at the desk by Stephanie Snowden. You got the senior director of studio.
No one really cares about who these people are. Like, just get to the more of the gameplay footage.
A special place in my heart. It was the first esport that I ever got to cast. So this is a great experience, and this is freaking wild stuff.
It's amazing all around. The energy in here is incredible, but it's been a long time since we have had the opportunity to talk about a new Black Ops game out in the world.
Hell yeah.
And damn, does it feel good to be here ready to reveal Black Ops 6.
I might be getting food with font in a little bit.
Joining us at the desk throughout the day. Lots of new to talk about, and even the opportunity for you to earn some new loot just for tuning in.
It's as simple.
Oh, you know what? I
as
do
that.
want
Make
this
sure
actually.
You stay tuned throughout the day, as you will have a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Black Ops 6 just by watching this stream. That's all you got to do on the official Call of Duty Twitch and YouTube channels, and you can see the awesome things.
Stuff.
A lot of tigers. You know, tight like a tiger, all
right,
across.
can I skip past these people?
Go ahead and if you're in chat as well, make sure you're out there taking a look. There's some details up there on the chats for both Twitch as well as YouTube. So
I'm really not interested in what they have to say. I want to know. I want to know about the game. You know,
this isn't like hyperbole. Like there's a ton of stuff to dive into.
Big show. We're diving in, and I am thrilled to welcome the multiplayer team from Treyarch to the desk. We have Matt Schrantz, Brittany Perello.
These are the people who should be leading this panel right now, not the other two. I don't really care about them.
For that, but we're here to talk.
I don't think the players do either.
To Black Ops 6.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Well, let's just dive right into this. I keep saying dive. Look at that. I have something on the mind.
Something huge to take notice of. Omni movement is featured heavily in everything that they do. Like Omni movement is the thing that they're like so hyped about, which it's cool, but like if the rest of the gameplay is shit.
Movement option is going to be coming to Black Ops 6 because it really does feel like it is changing the game. I'm seeing these players absolutely decimate.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, you said it. They're going to be able to dive right in. They're going to be able to slide right in. They're going to be
they invited 200 creators. I don't know who any of these people are.
That ability.
In any direction.
In any direction. To your heart's desire. Omni. That's what that means.
We've been hearing about Omni movement since reveal. We got to talk about it a little bit in the direct. But today is the first time we're actually seeing it live, happening all around us in action. Matt, how do you expect the streamers to be showing off Omni movement today?
I've caught a few glimpses of some screens, and I don't think they're going to have any problem. These are all very good players. I fully expect diving out of windows, rotating backwards, and taking out enemies in all 360 degrees.
All the action hero glory today. And you can feel it for yourself starting in just a couple of days in our multiplayer beta.
Yeah, that's right, folks. So you pre-order Black Ops 6 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans. You can get early access to Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta.
Oh yeah, so you can actually do the beta. I saw, I think the Gaming Revolution.
The beta starting today. You know, we have the technology, so preload.
Gaming Revolution said that you could actually do like a free trial for the Game Pass, I think, and you can actually play the private beta for free, basically. So I might look into that.
A lot of them wind up for launch. Let's take a look.
We got all the maps.
I didn't clarify it, but
oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Here are all the launch maps. They said 16 maps at launch. All right, these are all supposed to be new maps too. Wait, Sandhouse. That's totally Nuketown. Yeah, it even has the Nuketown sign. That's Nuketown. Huh. But it's not Nuketown. That's interesting. I actually like that. They kind of did a switch up on Nuketown. There's most likely going to be a Nuketown delivered in this game. It's Black Ops. There's got to be a Nuketown in it. But I kind of like that. It's like a Nuketown, the layout doesn't look like Nuketown at all, but it looks like a post Nuketown, like post nuked Nuketown, post that. So protocol payback, skyline, low town. Okay, I like that one. Red card. You got the statue, the soccer player, the football player statue. It's called red card. That's funny. All right, subsonic. So this is something else. I saw someone doing the pit and maybe not vault, pit, subsonic. I saw someone playing the beta early and they were playing the pit. And they called in an attack helicopter, which this map, based off of the footage, was completely... It looks like it's in, like, a mine. It's completely underground. And I didn't understand why you would put kill streaks in a map where there's no, like, glass ceilings or anything. Like, Rewind, okay, got the video store. It's the time period. That's perfect. But, like, it looks like you could go outside here. There's probably glass ceilings, so the helicopter can at least shoot through. Like, we've had that in Call of Duty before. That's fine. But, like, subsonic, you're completely in a hangar here. So, like, you call in an attack helicopter, what's it gonna do? So, in that footage I was watching, the attack helicopter did kill somebody in the pit map. But I'm also like, how is that, how is that possible? Like, I don't mind if you're gonna make a map that's completely enclosed, but you should make it so we could change up our streaks and make the streaks actually make sense. Like, because as a player on the ground too, I can't shoot down an attack helicopter if it's shooting me through the ceiling. So I don't know. Aesthetically, I like all these maps. The way they look, just the pictures, they're very colorful. This is very Treyarch color palette versus like the dusty gray depression that is usually your Modern Warfare color palettes. So these have got color. The maps look like they got some character to them. So I'm curious.
That's awesome.
We've got 16 brand new maps at launch, all brand new, and we're going to be playing 8 at the beta. So that's 5 core 6v6
8 of them, okay.
and 3 of our strike maps.
All right, so these are the beta maps. So we don't get that cool Nuketown one that I was looking at. You do get the pit though. The skyline map looks pretty cool. Treyarch always delivers on like the mansion houses or the mansion maps. So. Okay. That's actually a pretty good pool, 8 maps. That's a pretty good pool for the beta. They might add a few more for weekend too.
Wow.
Awesome.
That is I mean, typically, for the betas, you get like maybe 1 or 2 maps, a couple morsels.
Yeah.
It's going in.
8.
Big offering.
Yeah,
You're going
you
in.
guys,
Come huge.
you're going to see these here today. Brittany, is there one beta map you think folks
This
are gonna be
Babylon
really
map
excited
kind of
about?
reminds me of
I mean,
part
there's
of
not just
Al
one,
Marge
they're all gonna
encampment
be
from
great,
Battlefield.
getting a hands-on
This
look
little
so that
arch
you
right
can
here.
practice when the game
Yeah.
comes out, but I'm personally really excited for players to play Skyline. I've been slaying really hard on that one in Hardpoint, and you got to dive into the pool.
Yeah. Omni movement, the pool, match made in heaven.
Tell you, it's giving me some, if I'm remembering right, some estate vibes.
That's fair.
Got some fancy buildings. I like that. I like the way it looks. All right, now we're talking about maps here, but I love me some modes. Let's talk about some modes here because we got a nice mix of modes that are going to be coming for the streamers to play, for the people at home to be able to play in the beta. But Joanna, there is one mode in particular that has caught my eye when I was looking through the menu, and that was Kill Order.
Yes.
What's Kill Order?
Yes,
Put the camera back on the
mode
casters.
for
I don't want to
Black
look
Ops
at these
6.
people.
It's a combination of
I really
Slayer and
don't.
objective mode. Every team will have their own high-value target, and is the key to their victory. Each team will want to protect their high-value target, aka HVT, while attacking the enemy's HVT.
Okay.
Any elimination will count towards their team score, but you will get more score if your HVT gets a kill and you eliminate the enemy's HVT.
So you get to be aggressive or defensive.
Exactly.
However you want to pick your poison.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite modes so far in Black Ops 6. We've had
I'm
a lot
pretty
of fun
sure
play testing
HVT
it.
was
I've
in
seen people
prior
get
Call of
pretty
Duty, so I
rowdy
love
in
how
the
they're
pit at the
explaining
studio
these
over
like
this. And
nobody
if
knows
you're
what
selected
HVT
as
is.
HVT, you're actually going to get some unique bonuses, right?
Correct. You will get a bit of more perks as the HVT. You get a bit of extra protection with armor plates, and you can see enemies with directional indicators.
All right, that makes me worried.
Okay, so
What?
so
How
can
are
be
they
a little bit of a
implementing
shot
armor
caller.
plates in the
Exactly.
multiplayer?
Or not, and be a terrible friend, and not call things out.
Turtle up,
Just
be
turtle up.
aggressive, whatever you want to do.
It's a
Exactly.
good way to know who really has your back. Let's
Yeah,
be honest.
I know that my friends will not call things out for me, and they will want me to suffer.
Your ride or dies really are.
Yeah, truly, mostly die. Now, let's talk about, because obviously you have all the maps you can play kill order on. Is there one map in particular that stands out to you that
I seriously
people
don't
should
know
be
who
looking
any of
out
these
for in the
people
beta?
are.
I mean, you talked about aggressive players. I'm definitely a more aggressive.
Okay.
They invited
high-value
200
target.
streamers,
Telling
and
me
I've
I'm
never seen
important,
any
so
of
I gotta
these
telling you you're
people.
my
show it. I gotta
Yeah.
show it off.
Oh, I
really
think
like
I know
that
him.
one for that one. Just you're in the action.
Okay.
As the HVT, it's easy to just go around, rack up the kills.
He looks
Ooh,
familiar.
All right.
Some
duly
say
noted.
aggressive, some say careless.
Yeah, yeah.
I got
I
your
err
back.
on the side of carelessness
Yeah.
for sure.
We've got plenty of new modes as well as fan favorites returning at launch and into the live seasons. We're only talking about Kill Order here today because it's in the beta. But Joanna, what
Okay.
can you give us a little taste of in terms of modes for launch?
Yeah, of course. We took a hard look at every mode in our portfolio, whether it's your traditional core modes or new modes like Kill Order. And for example, in Domination, we are bringing back objective zones.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Exactly.
Okay.
Having it as zones allows players to have a bit more space for exciting engagements
Okay.
battling over A, B, and C.
Yeah.
That should be
Another
expected.
thing we took a look at is hardpoint. And what we did there, we basically added numbers to our objective icons to make it easier for players to call them out to teammates and to help players to remember and understand the specific rotations of the
Yeah.
zones.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Sweats rejoice.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Esports gang's excited. In terms of what other modes and newness and maps, Brittany, what have you got for us in the live seasons?
I mean, we're
Just a little hint, you know?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Still cooking.
we are still cooking. We've been told players want maps, so
I
You heard
hear that as
I
a
read
thing.
it on the internet.
we're
Yeah.
making a
That
lot.
must mean it's true. Yeah.
We don't
We've got
we don't
everything
just
cooking
want
up, and
maps.
we're
We
also
want
excited to
new
revisit
maps that are
some
good.
Fan favorites from
Yep.
the Black Ops
Oh,
universe.
Matt,
Yeah.
fan favorites.
See, that's what she
Yeah.
said. They're gonna revisit old
There are
maps.
certain maps where
Yes.
it just wouldn't be a Black Ops game without. That's all I'll say.
Well, stay
Nuketown.
tuned later in the show. We might get a sneak peek.
All right. I'm compelled.
Actually,
All right,
Nuketown,
speaking of Black
Hijacked.
Ops,
Hijacked has
as
been in
you know,
every
let's go ahead
single
and check out what we
Call-
have
Black
coming up
Ops
here
game.
at Call of Duty next.
What is this? Multiplayer's on it. Oh, I am kind of interested in the new Warzone map. It looks kind of cool. Fuck Call of Duty Mobile. I ain't watching that. I ain't reacted to that. But yeah, Nuketown and Hijack. I mean, there's so many maps that they just bring back in every Black Ops game. It's like, could you really say it's not a Black Ops game if the map isn't in the game? It's like you just bring back the maps into the game. The game's not there at launch. Like Nuketown, of course. Nuketown it used to be a bonus map. But you know, if you're just bringing back old maps during the season because you're not creative enough to make new ones like you used to, back when you had 4 seasons of DLC that were paid, then it's I'm sorry, it's not a new map. You can't say, oh, we're bringing back firing range because it's not a Black Ops game without firing range. It is a Black Ops game without firing range. Black Ops 3's entire life cycle didn't have firing range, and then you shoehorned it in after its life cycle, after Zombies Chronicles, because you already developed it for Black Ops 4 as a pre-order bonus, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, as much as I love fan favorite maps and being able to play them again, one of the best things about Call of Duty, in my opinion, is getting into it the first time, getting a whole new map layout that you don't know, trying to learn the map. I think playing a new Call of Duty for the first time, and if you're enjoying your experience, it's like one of the best experiences ever. Playing not just Call of Duty, like first person shooters in general, but Call of Duty was always my first person shooter game. So yeah, like hopping into Black Ops 2 for the first time, all new maps there, except for obviously Nuketown bonus at the launch if you pre-ordered. Yeah, I mean, just there's something magical about getting into new maps, and that's what I imagine when you get into like the DLC seasons. You get the new maps, but I mean, if you're just gonna release the same map, I already know the layout. So it's not like I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not trying to learn anything new. It's still a Black Ops game if you don't keep... It's still a Call of Duty game if you don't bring back the fan favorites. You don't need to bring back Shipment for the 1200th time in a Modern Warfare game. That's just my opinion. Nuketown, go ahead and bring it back. That's an icon. If you want to bring back Shipment, because that's basically the Nuketown of the IW, MW series, go ahead and do that. But I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of maps that have, you know, been brought back before. I wouldn't be surprised if Standoff returns from Black Ops 2. Firing Range will probably come back. Nuketown, Hijacked will probably come back. I mean, that right there makes me worried about the future seasons, because it's not going to be anything new. They said people want maps. They want maps. Yeah, they don't want the same maps. They want new, exciting maps. Not the same maps they've been paying for the last couple years.
Live gameplay with a look at Warzone on the all-new Resurgence map. Also, we'll be hearing from our friends over at the mobile team towards the end of the show.
Wait, it's a Resurgence map? They're not replacing Verdansk? That's a...
So you don't want to go
Fuck Verdansk. It's a bad map. They need to bring back the Blackout map from BO4.
Multiplayer gameplay. We'll be back at the desk in just a little bit with the
All right, let's see it. Yeah, if they brought back the Blackout map, from BO4, I'd play that. I'd play that shit.
Take it away.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy. That is right, folks. We are here in DC. Call of Duty Next has now begun, and we get to kick off this degustation, Chris, with some multiplayer.
Is this in the State House?
I think the most fun part of today for us is the playground we have to work with. Oh, let's get it, baby. Oh,
Look at this incredible circle, guys. We're going to be playing in here all week long. And, of course, Miles, we are going to be breaking
Just get to the footage already.
Multiplayer. We're
Come on.
starting here with some classic 66.
There's a reason this is, like, hours long.
Because it's been too long since my hands have touched Black.
It has been a minute. Of course, Cold War was the last time I got in there. But ladies and gentlemen, we start things off with the man who was always going.
All right, Shotzi. I know who Shotzi is. Oh my word! Why is the stream freaking out?
World champion and an absolute demon on the stage.
That's not on my end. That's got to be on my end.
Just won Worlds a few months ago, already gearing up for the new game. And if anyone is going to showcase just the potential of Omni movement, there's no better screen than this.
So the third kill we get to see him do is a diving forward headshot.
What is that, an MP5?
Again, like, this is what you wanted to see.
All right, oh shit sprint is the stupidest thing ever. This is going to be the first, if I get this will be the first Call of Duty I've legitimately played that has the oh shit sprint, and that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It's been, what, 60 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the UAV, counter UAV, and
Cold War was at least saved from that stupid mechanic.
So, look, guys, it's a Black Ops game. You know what to look for when it comes to crazy weapons. We've got some awesome streaks being used here. And this man, backwards, forwards, you name it, whatever direction he's going, he's diving.
Let's switch it up, taking it over to MZ, who seems to be on the losing end of some fights. But what we love about MZ, never afraid to bring out the sniper rifle at all ranges.
Every Call of Duty I've watched MZ play has just been a sniper fest. Now, she's sprinting already. She's using Omni movement to go side to side, left to right. She's getting ready for a big dive. Everyone wants to find that mega moment where you just get to fly through the air, hit that shot, forward, backwards, doesn't matter. This is Call of Duty on absolute roids.
And this seems to be a perfect spot for her to just go to town. That is back-to-back, make it a 3 straight kills, starting to unlock those streaks, and this is just going to get even easier for her.
MZ again.
This is an interesting map layout. The map actually looks really small.
Get it. Slam down. It counts. Flying through the air. Check this out, folks.
So
MZ, the people
it looks like I think I saw stim shot. She has stim shots on.
Take our screen over to the man representing
you got your kill streaks over here. Field upgrade.
He will not be hitting any airborne snipes, but he's going to do something. Let's go, Tim. What have we got?
I can't wait to see him in Zombies, where gravity is actually going to be on his side. No spoilers yet, but this stuff gets exciting.
A true professor of the School of Flopper on your.
What do they mean by that?
Here in DC. He's got a tough lobby. I mean, let's face it, Legion's on his team, Kane Brown's on his team as well. I wonder if he's got any pros to help him out.
I love that. Kane Brown making his way back here for Black Ops 6. He hosted
I know Tim the Tap Man. Here's somebody
awesome
I know.
to see him there. And Tim gonna fall once again on screen. but we did
All right, so yeah, they got you got field upgrade again, which I don't really care for. Field upgrades are basically just your equipment.
Again, you could do things like automatically mantle, automatically slide under, you know, obstacles. It really just allows players to feel a little bit more fluid on the map, not have to use as many button inputs. This is something you can
Kill
toggle on and off
streaks.
as well.
It looks like UAV, attack helicopter, and cruise missile maybe.
Tim, solid shots once
Real
again,
question:
and
are
he
these
is
kill
trying
streaks
to
or
get
score
the angle
streaks?
taken
Because
in
kill
the
streaks are
corner, a
dumb.
little too tight there. 0.73 KD. Take me off his screen and show me Hutch.
Hutch, one of the older players here in DC. And he's having himself a decent time.
He's
so
got
far.
RCXD. I don't know what this little controller is, but then it looks like he's got UAV
Yeah,
also.
I asked Hutch if he was going to run for president. He said he's a little bit busy with Black Ops 6 dropping here this weekend for the beta, but I can't wait to see.
It looks
the
like you got
old guard
select fire there
return
too.
here. Classic gameplay meets some brand new.
Oh, you got a
movement,
health
and you
bar
know Hutch
too.
is
That's
fired up
interesting.
side out.
I mean,
I can't remember if Cold War had that.
See how fluid the game is. I mean, one of the things we've been talking about constantly with the creators who have been here in DC for a while is, what does it feel like? Does it feel like a Black Ops game?
It feels, it feels so good just moving around the
Wait,
map.
what?
It's natural. My first thing I did was dive on my back though, and I thought it was so.
Hold up a second. This man said, "I'm gonna blend in with them. I'm gonna look like them," and then he instantly got dropped. I think that's the field upgrade he just used there. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. A field upgrade that makes you look like the opposing teammate?
So dope.
I don't know how I
that
feel
you
about
had to
that.
Challenge me, and I was already aiming where your head's gonna be.
Chris Bucket,
That- I think that-
prone,
I don't know.
kills, Hutch on the right hand
I'm really
side.
good at it.
Chris and I,
Should we
though,
do another
I mean,
lap?
we can do another lap. I don't want to do
That's
two
one of my
laps,
big
just
complaints
get
about
hot
Cold
and
War
quick.
is sometimes it's hard to
Let's
tell
go
who
to the
your
stage.
opponents are. I feel like because you're
Absolutely
operators.
all around us here. DC is absolutely out of control.
Now they got
Who
something
thought
that's
that
gonna
we
make it even
deserved to be in the
harder.
museum today. Shout out to whoever put this one together. Yes, everybody, welcome in to Black Ops 6 multiplayer.
Oh my gosh, what
And
is
we'll
that?
Show you what's going on with
Gun
Hazardous.
design.
One half of Trey and Jay. The Methods don't let me do it. He did. Thank God. Schrodinger Lee now on the other side, and it looks like he's the HVT for his team right now. So picking up a lot of points here. Again, oh, it's a dub. It's the first dub we've seen of the day.
We've got multiple different game modes. You saw MZ was playing domination. There is a little bit of the high value target. You're going to score more when you're the HVT. You also get a little bit of body armor that I found went a very long way.
It does. While you're highlighted red in game, so everyone knows where you are. It's up to your teammates to protect you, unless you're one of GB's friends. And he nearly hitting the old Omni movement dive.
Almost got him with
Hitting,
the
nothing but
side
shots there. Another
side
nice
dive there.
Chris, we're seeing here.
I'm not gonna lie,
So
Omni movement
much
looks really
fun
cool.
hearing
I think that's a really
Methods,
cool
I know your gun's
mechanic that
really
they've
good,
added
and
in.
you're putting up multi
Oh,
kills,
nice
but
little
can we
triple there.
please see the RC? I need to see some explosions to start the day.
Oh, here we go. Counting over his up. He might pull it in a second.
Oh, I think he has the
Stay
paranoia
doing
perk.
this.
I noticed it on the side of his screen
Let's see
here.
how this RCXD
Here we go.
goes.
So much gameplay, so much entertainment, and so poor driving skills. He still gets the kill, though. Well done, Methods.
Good job, Sid. Wow, plenty of multiplayer action taking place today, folks. All of these streams are available, so if you have a favorite stream you want to check out, get them on a side monitor. We have got tons of good news for you, folks. We have a special announcement to make today. There's a lot of special announcements, folks.
Yes.
One of Call of Duty's most revered characters is returning
is it?
for Black Ops 6 launch, Chris. I'm not gonna
Who is
say.
it?
Just watch the video.
He can't be replaced.
All right, so yeah, one. I don't really like that field upgrade. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm trying to play a shooter game, not a spy game. Oh, I like this guy.
I'm back.
This guy's commercials are so funny.
Folks, the replacer is back, the one and only Peter Stormare. I think every single Black Ops game without fail, he is here and he's back. His car's parked outside, Chris.
No, he was not. He
Let's
was not
take a
in
look
BO.
at what's going on with Kind of Funny Games.
I think
saw
he
a
had
post
like
on
one trailer
Instagram
in
this
Cold War,
morning,
but he
so
was not there in
fired up to play the new
BO4.
title. How was the aim though? Okay.
It was either 4 or
shot
3.
killer
He
there
wasn't
coming
there.
through. Let's see if he can turn into a streak. I love the dive.
Oh, the dive. Well, folks, this is Babylon. This is one of the new maps here in Black Ops 6. A little small, fast-paced. You've got that sort of central.
They all look small.
A lot of action in there. Obviously, you can see the objective.
All these maps look like they're really, really small.
And that's a GG's. I was just getting warmed up talking about the map.
250 to 145, not even close. Kind of funny, laying down the hammer. Let's take our screen over to another Snipey McSnipe. In fact, we've got DK Dynamite ready to showcase what he can do in game.
We're watching a mouse and keyboard player, I think. Oh no, I take it back. I'm seeing L2 after this man is on 20 cents. Absolutely.
Isn't DK Dynamite a zombies
YouTuber? Sort of
YouTuber?
You want to see how crazy can
This man play a multiplayer for?
And here in Black Ops 6,
I see a lot of people running that stem shot.
HUDs we have here. You can see the bottom of the screen there. There's a mini map.
Oh yeah, he does have an alternate HUD.
I think this one's called Recon. It could be wrong.
Can we just highlight the fact that he took out Symphony, Huskers, and Joe in that triple kill?
That's a feed, baby. That's a big old
Well
feed.
done, Dynamite. Clip it, somebody.
Everyone here at CODNEX running these incredible PCs. They're brought to you by Corsair. Everyone's setups are absolutely dripping.
We tried these out yesterday. I have never had a smoother experience.
I'm probably not gonna watch all of this.
And it was like, dude, plug in the controller, plug in the controller. It's like, no, bro.
I think I've seen enough gameplay. I don't need to hear from any streamers.
Here, Chris, and another CDL World Champion. That was Rewind for a brief moment. Bandura's sniping. Is he hitting anything big?
Let's see.
Bandura,
they got advertisement
what you
here.
Got for me?
Go to hardpoint number 3.
You can reclaim it. I believe in you, buddy.
We believe.
All right, we get into the zombies portion.
Origin. Customize your PC. Official gaming PC and gaming laptop.
I've seen enough multiplayer gameplay. Looks pretty generic. Everybody's testing out Omni movement.
Welcome back to the desk. We're now joined by Yale Miller from Treyarch. Of course, we're welcoming back Matt, Brittany, and Joanna. And Yale, obviously Treyarch's been cooking for a while. You guys have had a little bit to work on Black Ops 6. So what was the studio's vision for creating this game?
I think from the start, we really looked at what makes a great Call of Duty game, what makes a great Black Ops game, and we focused our energy
looks like they're gonna
on
talk
pushing
about
on
the
all
maps.
those things like movement and all those things that everyone knows and loves about Black Ops games, and frankly we love about Black Ops games. And then just continually asking ourselves, like, how can it be better? How can it be better? Looking at classic features, other things. So you're going to see a lot of that, and obviously a ton of innovations across MP, zombies that just lean into Black Ops.
Yeah, and I love hearing how you guys too were inspired by Black Ops of old, but also looking forward and how all those things work together.
Yep, people have.
They should spend a little more time looking back at Black Ops of old.
And we can't ignore some of the awesome things that we've done in the past, but we know we have to push everything further. So it's just like, how can every little thing be a little bit better every day?
And Black Ops 6 is definitely that, but let's talk a little bit about map design. Brittany, what are some of the core philosophies that you guys, have approached your map portfolio with for Black Ops 6 multiplayer?
Yeah,
do a 3-lane system.
3-lane design is
Yep.
in there. Globe trotting, getting a lot of unique locations, and really focused on small to medium-sized maps for that tight gameplay, and still offer room for meaningful decisions.
All of them looked super small, at least the ones they were playing on.
Here in the studio, but moving on. So let's talk more about maps. We're gonna take a look at our launch maps here.
A little bit of commotion.
Closer
What's
look
going
at
on?
Some of the goodness coming.
One of the streamers raging.
Here we go. We got Subsonic kicking us off.
Oh, okay. So this was one of the maps I was worried about. There's a lot of outdoor for it, so that's cool.
And then this one's our red card map in a soccer stadium in Avalon,
yeah.
our Mediterranean-inspired region. Vault's also in the Persian Gulf. This one's a really fun one. I think you guys have seen in the trailer.
Possible competitive map.
Hopefully.
Yeah, this. Okay, this looks like a medium-sized map.
And we're coming up on beta
Or
maps
Vault,
here, so
Vault
let's
did,
take
not
a
Payback.
look
Vorkuta. Oh, that's an interesting
closer
one.
at
They're
beta
pulling that
maps.
from BO1 campaign. That's a cool one to pull in.
8 beta maps in
beta
total. Of course, we've got our 5 core 6v6
Yep.
and our 3 strike maps. Brittany, let's talk a little bit more about strike maps.
They got strike maps.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
We're going to see them in a little bit, of course.
They did this
but-
in Cold War. I remember
these
strike
are our
maps.
extra small maps. If face-off, gunfight, super popular in Cold War, so we wanted to make these part of our standard offering.
Hardcore
and
face-off,
really
the best way to
lean
get your
into the
camos done.
designs for these. And there's a lot of fun, controlled chaos. There's no score streaks.
Yeah, so there's of course no score streaks on the face-off maps.
Yeah,
Because fuck score streaks. All right, that confirms it is score streaks.
Some of my favorite. I like to just turn my brain off, run forward, and kill or be killed.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's how I approach every match of Call of Duty.
Strike maps are,
But,
they're good for that.
I mean, we're calling that the strat, then let's go. But Matt and Neil, we also have intelligent
Holy crap, the
movement
detail on
in
that kitchen
Black
was
Ops 6. Now, this
ridiculous.
is sort of all part of a lot of the bigger movement changes we've made with Omni movement. Can you talk to us a little bit about what intelligent, how intelligent movement works for players and what it can do for them?
Yeah, so it really started with, we know we're asking more and more of our players how many times we're asking them to click a button or a key, and we want players to be focused on what they want to do and not how to do
they
it.
talked
So
about this in the
intelligent
reveal.
movement at a very high level will reduce how many times you have to click your stick to sprint or slide or do all that. So it'll be in your player settings. Check it out in the beta. It's broken up into 3 settings.
I'm curious. This is a nice
check it out.
quality
It's
of
gonna
life
make your game
change.
easier.
Yeah, further customization for how you want to traverse the world, which is super awesome.
Because I am
And,
grinding
like I
my
said, Omni movement, we've been
joysticks
talking about
down,
it all day.
pressing
We're
them in all
seeing
the
it all
time.
day around us. You're going to feel it for yourself in the beta this week, hopefully. But it's designed for players of all skill levels. And, if you're a little unsure, the Treyarch team's got you covered.
Yeah, it's from the beginning we wanted to make sure everyone had those like awesome Black Ops moments, kind of that action hero, and some of this just allows it to be a little bit easier for different players, and also just really good
Every
players
bit of gameplay they show is just people diving off of high places and taking no damage.
In the beta, on a new map, Protocol,
Ridiculous.
which you get a sneak peek at. That's a launch map, but go check out the training course if you need to get your feet a little bit more wet.
Yeah, so check out the Omni Movement training course in beta. Sneak peek at the map of Protocol. And speaking of beta, you can tune into the Call of Duty podcast this week and get some neat tips and tricks. But let's take a look at the beta schedule here, kicking off August 30th. And if you want in on that Omni Movement training course, you'll of course need access to the beta. So pre-order Black Ops 6 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta starting very
How about you just
soon.
give me a beta code for free?
Yeah, you can preload now. So what are you doing watching us? Go make sure you're preloading while you're tuning into the show. I'm preloaded. And you can also earn, neat rewards. Your XP will count towards
Absolutely. We wanted to make sure anyone that's playing the beta, they feel like they're still progressing in MW3 and those things. So it's just a huge level up.
Come have fun.
Play.
Progress.
Fuck MW3.
All right, we've had a sneak peek at some of our operators out there in gameplay, and people seem to particularly be digging Klaus. But can you talk to us a little bit
That's
more
because Klaus is the homie.
Building out these characters and the factions a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Klaus is
really
the
starts with
homie.
the story of Black Ops
He
6
really hooked
and
us
the
up in
single-player
Mauer.
campaign. So on one side, we've got your rogue Black Ops agents. You're hunted on the run. You don't have Uncle Sam backing you. And then on the other side, you've got Crimson One. They do have the military machine backing them, and they're trying to chase down those rogue Black Ops agents.
And it's been a huge push for us just on fidelity of all those. Like you see with the maps, they're the best looking maps we've ever done, but that didn't stop with maps characters as well. So how can we make sure that these are truly Black Ops characters, but just the fidelity that we're pushing on the view model, everything in third person, all the animation stuff. Shout out to all the graphics engineers back at home.
Damn,
but,
she got the dual
push
keyboard set up.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So make sure you're watching the streams. We're going to get a look at some more operators in action today. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these badass Black Ops agents from the Vault Edition. These in particular, that's Adler.
Yeah,
this is actually an Adler skin, which is pretty dope. Do you have a
Brutus.
Joanna, you've got a favorite, don't you?
Yeah,
you
this is
sure
my
do.
favorite. This is Brutus from our fan favorite map, Mop of the Dead.
Yeah. You know we got to work some zombies in there,
Exactly.
right?
So much zombies.
It's Treyarch.
You really
It's a
don't.
Black
You
Ops
could just
game,
do it
you
with
hear zombies.
operators
They're
altogether,
Klaus.
and then you
Like I
don't
said,
have to work
Klaus, I think,
zombies
has been
into
a
it at
favorite
all.
Next so far, we've heard a lot of Klaus hype in chat. But that's it
Says
for
Klaus
us at
is
the
the
desk.
homie.
Treyarch team, thank you for joining us. We're going back to gameplay. Camos, classic prestige, leveling your loadout are coming up next at the desk. For now, let's
Awesome
check in
stuff.
with the casters on gameplay.
Thank you very much, Steph. If you're just joining us now, folks, Treyarch developers have already walked us through some of the exciting new up Babylon. We've got a lot of maps, as you heard the devs on the dev talk about. There's a lot of maps. The beta,
when do we get back to the devs talking?
To sample everything you see here at Next is going to be available to play. But again, when the full game drops on October 25th.
Nameless, can I ask you about the SMG class? I know that's what you're running. You're always up in front of people's faces. Was it the Jackal out of the gates where you
Shrance and Lawrence Metten to dive into
there we go.
everything yet again. I used dive again. You know what? It fits with Omni. Whatever you want to do. I was seeing a lot of people do diving over there. That was wild. Because the amount of craziness that we were seeing from our players was absolutely incredible. This game is, I'm stoked.
Thanks to Nameless and Alley and Pocket, we've already got a meta conversation going, so we have no one better to talk about that than Pablo. We know the players can't wait to get their hands on the Black Ops 6 weapons in the beta. We've been seeing them in action. I've heard a little love for the Tonto, the XM4, the Jackal. We're gonna get into that a little bit, but what was your general approach to designing the weapons for this game?
Yeah, on a high
Roach
level,
just said that all the operators look stupid.
Super tight, really fluid with all the movement that we have going on as well. But still,
I don't like having zombies operators in multiplayer. If you want to do multiplayer operators, that's fine. But the goofy skins, it's like
some of the inspect animations too, and
it's like trying to be a hero shooter through. No. This is exactly what it is. It's trying to be a hero shooter without inventing cool heroes with cool abilities behind it, and just throwing in stupid skins that you have to pay for. Like that Adler skin. Like, why do I need Russell Adler dressed up in a Batman costume that glows orange? I don't. So.
Great. And yeah, a lot of variety too. That was a big goal for us, making sure that every weapon has its own distinct identity, you know, audio, visuals, the mechanics, all of that. So you're going to see a lot of classics returning, like the XM4, better than ever before. But it's Black Ops, so operators are getting their hands on a lot of experimental prototype weapons as well, and those start getting a little more out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of prototypes, we have some weapons coming.
We'll see just how much that actually happens.
Completely new to Call of Duty, all new to the franchise, never been in a game before. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and really just comes back to the weapons team having a blast exploring and capturing that 90s essence, which pretty untapped for the franchise.
Yeah, we've never been to the 90s before, God.
Guys, we're very...
I do like weapon inspects. Weapon inspects are kind of fun.
Yeah, personal experience.
Don't date us, Al.
Hey, I'm on this conversation.
Apparently, some of the weapon inspects in this game are like ridiculous too. But
12 of our weapons, players will be seeing for the very first time ever in Call of Duty, which is awesome.
Okay.
And you're gonna get to
12
play with a bunch
brand
of
new weapons
as well.
Are they? So they are. We
That's
will be
good.
able to mess around with those in the beta.
Yes. Yeah.
New guns is good.
I've seen a lot of Jackal PDW.
New guns is good. They have to feel new, though. They have to feel different from other guns. Cold War added so many ARs, and I swear all of them just felt like the Grav. So if it's going to be a new gun, it's got to feel different. It can't just feel like every other AR that you pick up.
Use
That's
the Vault Edition floating around out there in the stream, and that weapon's amazing if you love playing aggressively, rushing objectives.
Again.
Yeah, if you're a little patient like me.
Gun.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I want to see it in action later today too, not just an MP, but very exciting.
Yeah. No, absolutely awesome. But I mean, there's even more to talk about too, right? Because you know, you guys are also approaching things differently with attachments as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. No. This is really excited about where we landed with attachments this time around. Kind of
it's still the gunsmith,
right? The
though.
first was attachments should always feel.
I'm just going to preface this before he even gets into what he's going to say. As a player, if I open up... Oh my god, there's even more. As a player, when I open up my options for the sight I put on my gun and I see 25 options... No, it's just no. You do not need that many sights. It's an arcade shooter, okay? I'm not trying to build a PC here. I'm not trying to build a PC. I don't need all these different weapon parts with different specs on my gun. Like, and he's excited to talk about this updated gunsmith. The gunsmith in general is trash. It's a trash system. It's been a trash system. But you know, they can't fix it because they're on the trash IW engine that they made in 2019 for Modern Warfare 2019. And they can't fix it. They need to go back to a pick 10 system, because pick 25 or pick 50 or however fucking many attachments they have in here, it's not working. It's pointless. You spend all this time on these attachments when you could be fixing the gameplay. Like, I don't need this many freaking attachments. I don't need this many sights on my gun. You know what I'm going to use? I'm probably going to use number 25, because you know what it is? It's probably an ELO from Black Ops 3, which they didn't even have back in the 90s. So, because I'm pretty sure an ELO is actually, it might be actually be made up. I don't even know if they actually exist. I don't know that much. But like, you do not need 25 different sights to put on your gun. You don't. You just don't. And let's see what he says to try and spin this to make it seem like it's a positive thing. It's not. The gunsmith is not a positive thing.
Really good to equip, make your weapon better, right? And the second pillar was giving players confidence and clarity so that they, you know, feel like they can experiment in gunsmith and make their own builds without having to go online and look something up.
Yeah, you're kind of empowered. You want to empower.
They're still going to go online and look stuff up, though. They're going to look at what the best attachments are. It doesn't matter if you have 50 or 100 attachments. Your sweat players are still going to look online for what the new meta is. So that's pointless. That's a pointless criteria that you're using to develop your gunsmith. And, you know, finding what's best for the gun. I mean, you kind of contradicted yourself. You said finding what works best on the gun for them, and then not having to go online, being able to like work with what, like, those 2 points contradict themselves. Like, if they want what's best on the gun, they're going to look online either way. So shit criteria for how you're adding stuff to your gunsmith. The gunsmith in general sucks anyways. So yeah, everybody, there's some attachments that are just pointless. You look at Cold War, there's an attachment that increases your slide speed or something by like 7%. And it's just, I don't know why you would use that when the other attachments in that class are going to increase your sprint to fire time. Like, it's an arcade shooter. My sprint to fire time is going to be way more effective for me than sliding 7% faster. So
it just to have the confidence to build their own loadout.
I can't stand the gunsmith. It's the stupidest thing.
I think that it's awesome, and we're gonna.
People don't know what they're doing though.
Of, customization here.
Yeah.
With the gunsmith, you don't know what you're doing.
Now, what else should we know about attachments here? Like, because I feel like there's more than meets the eye with all this stuff.
Yeah. So,
there's too much.
I mean, players are going to notice that there's way fewer cons across the board, and attachments are more focused on providing 1 or 2 big chunky improvements.
Got it.
And there's also, that's mostly consistent.
Okay, that could actually be a positive.
Where those improvements will be on all your weapons, so that you quickly are getting.
Because in Cold War, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. There were so many different stats being changed.
I know I go to the rear grip, I put on the quick draw. It's that simple.
Love that. Yeah, yeah.
And we're gonna get deep into weapon progression with Lawrence here in a little bit, but.
I mean, if they change that, that's actually a positive.
In terms of unlocks in the
making the
system.
attachments make a little more sense, but still, you don't need 25 attachments per category to do that.
Weapon leveling journey and unlock everything for just that weapon, but then optics are going to be shared within a class.
Oh, nice. That's huge.
Yeah, so if you're playing with your XM4, you might unlock like a red dot or something like that.
Okay, I like that.
Immediately be able to put that on your AK.
I thought they did that in Cold War though.
Is, right? It could be.
Oh, that is big.
May have never touched it before. It might be rank 1, and you can already put.
I don't know why you would put a red dot on AK.
To be able to get in there early.
AK's got a good iron sight.
Who here is not an iron sight stand?
Not it.
That's me.
No, I love iron sights. I love iron sights, but having that ability to be able to go across is.
If you don't use an iron sight, you're a pussy.
That's all I need.
Yeah, well, now we got it.
I'm just kidding.
What, as long as it's unlocked
you could put
class.
non-iron sights on guns.
Matt, actually, you know, time to kill.
If you put an iron sight in a World War II game, though, you're a pussy.
With a new title, TTK, Time to Kill. How did you guys approach that for Black Ops 6?
it is a critically important part of the game. So I'll go through some quick hits, right? We're slightly lower.
I want to see
TTK.
this camo system.
You're going to die a little bit faster than something like
slightly
Cold
lower
We're at 100
TTK.
health. We've tested a ton of different health values and around with the weapon damage, but we feel like where we're at right now, it sits really
Slightly lower
well
than
in
what?
the world of Black Ops 6 with Omni movement, our attachment philosophy. But of course, we're definitely looking for data and feedback in the beta, so please give it to us in appropriate ways. And we will listen and assess.
TTK is something that they keep playing around with in Call of Duties year to year, and I don't know why.
I'm definitely very interested in how Omni
I
movement.
feel like
and
older
networks
CODs
are
had
gonna play.
like a
We've
perfect
even seen it here
TTK,
come to life, too.
time to
And it's
kill,
been really
for those who don't know.
fascinating, and I think it's only going to just continue to add a little bit
BO4's
more.
was way too long
you
because
get
they
more
introduced that
TTK.
healing
It was
system,
really important to be able
but
to
then Modern
react.
Warfare
Yeah,
was
right.
way too short,
we don't want the
so
health so low that
I
you
don't
just
know.
immediately die.
Yeah.
But we don't want it so high to where you get frustrated, right? So we feel like we're in a really good spot to where you get a little bit of a dance, but
It's not really gonna matter if I play hardcore a lot though to do my camos, because hardcore you die in like one
Now,
bullet.
Lawrence,
So
my fellow camo enthusiasts out there are many of us. I hear you have some really exciting things for us in terms of challenges.
yeah, let's
this
see the
game.
camos.
Yeah, so
If I have to
there's a
get
lot you're gonna be
20
able to do
bloodthirsties
with
again, I'm gonna be
weapons.
pissed.
First off, we're bringing reticle challenges and reticle customization
Oh,
back.
nice.
So
Okay.
That's
We
back
love
to Call
Okay.
of Duty this
to see
year.
it.
We have an update to the camo system.
Why
and
that
as
ever
part of that,
disappeared?
we
Who
have,
knows?
Some
Dude,
really
that
dope
looks
mastery
sick.
camos.
We're seeing them right now.
Our Treyarch weapons.
I'm sorry, whoever just said that looks sick. Diamond camo's been in the game since 2012. Have you never seen it? And also this one, Dark Spine. This camo right here was a camo in Black Ops 4. It was called something else. It was something Spine. It was something very similar, but that is literally the exact same camo that was in Black Ops 4 that you could unlock through weapon bribes or whatever it was called in that game. So if he was talking about this one, saying this one looks sick, that's a reused camo. That's a reused asset right there. Why are you showing me something that I've seen 6 years ago?
This team has really gone all out,
Oof, I love that
and
one.
we are confident we're delivering the best mastery camos we've ever seen in the franchise. Take a look at Dark
my
Matter
word.
here. Back and
Why is he freaking out about Dark Matter? It looks just like how it did in Cold War. In BO3. At least in BO3, I don't know. I never got it in BO3.
better than ever. And when you shoot this thing, it actually has some dynamic elements that add and swirl
Okay.
and move.
Dynamic elements are cool.
Really dope mastery camos in the game this year.
But I'm not gonna lie, like that dude's, it's like the first time he's seen dark matter camo. Like that's pretty much exactly the same as it was in Cold War.
We'll have more to show
So sick.
later in the broadcast with the other modes. But they're
Okay,
awesome.
yeah. If that's just only a taste and a
Little
moose
taste.
boosh.
You got master camos for every mode.
I'm gonna call out. Lawrence said it. The team killed it on
They
the
really
master
did.
camos. I see the conversation come up of which was the best gold camo. I see Black Ops 1 come up a lot. I don't necessarily disagree. I think we've topped it.
Oh,
I think we've topped
bold.
it. Yep.
Bold
Let us
move,
know.
bold move.
Let us know.
Hey,
Yeah,
What's
let
the
us know.
bar?
there are a lot of cool stuff here without a
No
doubt.
one even
here,
uses
and
gold
these
once
things
you
are
get diamond.
absolutely incredible, but also something is looking equally as incredible are Vault Edition weapons, which I am very, very excited for. I mean, look at these things; they look so cool.
And everybody's running these on the streams today. Like
Yeah.
we've seen these. In
I wonder
action.
why.
They are gorgeous. Of course, if you pre-order the Vault Edition and you can unlock bonus content, including the Hunters versus Hunted Operator Pack, the Mastercraft weapon
These
collection, the
Mastercrafts
Gobblegum
are
pack,
cool.
and Season 1 Black Cell. Plus, if you pre-order
do look
the Vault
cool.
Edition, you will get the
I don't know,
chance to
stuff like
use
this I
these
feel like
operators
needs to just
and
stay
these
in
weapons. It
in like
looks insane.
Warzone. This is like
absolute
Warzone
shenanigans.
content to
You're gonna
me.
get to use them in the beta. So
Warzone or zombies?
I'm really stoked for that one.
I like
Like in my
Spooky Fish Knife.
multiplayer,
He's trying to hurt you.
Does try to hurt you.
Yeah.
in my
yeah,
multiplayer, I just want like soldiers. Again, it's trying to make a hero shooter out of a non-hero shooter game. I feel like is what Mastercrafts do. But that's just me. If you like that, if you want to customize your gun, I think they look cool aesthetically. But Do I care that they're in the game? No. It would be cooler if they were, you know, you can unlock it just by playing the game like it used to be in BO3 and 4, but now you're going to have to, you know, fork over $20 for the bullet tracer skin pack that it comes with, which is garbage. So, so yeah, not really something I give a crap about.
Actually, perfect. Yeah, change it in the game. Yeah, it's awesome. Now, of course, there is one thing in particular that I have been excited to ask today, and
I wish they'd talk about the camo challenges.
Of classic prestige, we saw
the camo challenges in Cold War sucked. They were horrible.
About, you know, classic prestige. Just give us an overview. What we should be expecting, because I hear classic, I think classic.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we're delivering in Black Ops 6. And then some. So we're super excited to be bringing Classic Prestige back to the franchise. If you're unfamiliar with Classic Prestige, you're going to start leveling up 1 to 55, unlocking content for use in your loadouts. If you hit max level, you're going to have the choice to Prestige, relock all that 1 to 55 content.
Yeah.
Do it again, having gained a little
you
prestige.
Still get the perma unlock as well, like it was back in the day?
That is back. So every prestige, you're going to have a permanent unlock. If maybe you lost access to your favorite weapon or your favorite perk, use that permanent unlock, get it back right away. We have 10 prestiges in Black Ops 6.
Why they ever did away with this prestige system, who knows?
Prestige Master.
Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because Warzone. It's because they wanted to reset your level every season with Warzone.
One icon.
So I remember having a conversation with Lawrence in our office. I think maybe we shared an office at the time, talking about bringing this back. And it's like, well, if we're going to make the best Black Ops game ever, then you kind of got to do it. And we said, it's got to be a no-brainer.
I can tell you right now, Chief, this isn't the best Black Ops game ever. I can tell you right now, the game's not even out.
And I'm going to try to max prestige. I'm going to try to get dark matter. I'm going to try to do all the things.
Yeah, I love that you've said, too, it's not so punishing, that you've made it super rewarding. And, like, of course I'm going to want to relock everything. I'm not risking it all, so to speak.
Yeah.
So on top of that, you know,
it's
pretty great rewards.
Yeah, actually,
talk about too.
That's the other thing too, right? Because, you know, one of the things that we always enjoy about the track and putting in that time in is unlocking things and getting stuff. So what are going to be some of the prestige rewards and just in general that we should be expecting with this?
So we didn't want to just bring back Classic Prestige. We wanted to go bigger than ever. We wanted to build the most rewarding version of Classic Prestige we've ever seen. We have a ton of high value skins, blueprints, charms, and more, all created just for the Prestige system.
Aesthetic stuff.
I mean, we showed the Prestige 1 icon a minute ago.
Amazing.
If that looked like the World at War zombie to
I was going to ask. It's got a look really familiar.
Hint, hint.
It's because it is. And so one thing we're doing in Black Ops 6 is each Prestige is actually themed after a game in Black Ops history. So not only are we bringing back a fan favorite classic system, it's oozing with nostalgia. It's going to take you on a trip through the past Black Ops games.
Because that's the only way companies can make money nowadays is through your nostalgia.
I mean, I think people are going to love these so much. But Lawrence, what happens to your weapons when you're relocking? Just because this is a new system, we want to take people through what they should expect in terms of what happens to our stuff.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be Classic Prestige if it wasn't a little dangerous. You're going to relock that 1 to 55 content. But you're not going to lose weapon progression. You're not going to lose your global weapon builds. You're not going to lose challenge progress. When you re-unlock a weapon, you'll have all the builds you created for that weapon available as soon as you get access
again. As it should be.
And it was important to us, to Matt's point earlier, we want players to prestige.
I'm going to skip past this. I don't really care about ranked gameplay. I am not good at Call of Duty, and I will not be playing ranked.
In this game, it's not necessarily a piece of a large amount to trim down. It's an
when are we
gonna
get to the zombies stuff?
But it's still using a similar art design or a similar palette from an existing multiplayer map, or at least open.
Bowl presented by USAA will be coming to you live directly following Call of Duty Next. Code Bowl 5 will feature 10 esports teams from the military branches from the US, UK,
All right, looks like we got zombies coming up here.
Competitive players in Call of Duty Warzone, including Aiden, Benny Central, Natasha, Olims, Joe Woe, Stode, Symphony.
All right. Here we go. I think this is the zombies trailer.
There's a place just round the bend. A place by the name of Liberty Falls. 1991's fastest growing town in America, and it's plain to see why. It's a place of simple tastes. Neighbors help one another. church ain't just for Sundays.
Oh.
So if you're passing this way, be sure to stop on by. We're dying to welcome you.
Pre-order digitally and instantly unlock the Reflect 1
Damn.
camo pack in Modern Warfare.
Oh, never mind. That's all MW stuff. I don't give a shit about that.
Let's kick these off with a good old
Hold up a second here. Let's watch that again. So I'm trying to look for like icons that show off that this is the Transit remake. Okay, there's something here. I don't know what that is. Oh, I bet you have to buy this door or it opens up with the power.
Plain to see why. It's a place so simple.
That almost looked like the bank right there. I don't know. There's nothing in here that's really screaming Transit to me.
Neighbors help.
I mean, this kind of looks like the pool hall, maybe like the bar area in town. I don't know. There's really nothing that just screams out to me. Got like a water tower. This kind of looks like town, actually, with the road blocked off. It might, yeah, I don't know. Even if it's not, I don't really care. So parasites from Terminus Island are going to return. So the church has the Pack-a-Punch in it, and it looks like it's in the Dark Ether too, which is interesting. So
just for Sundays.
Something to take note of here. I don't know if they're playing as operators, but my theory in my last stream, you might be playing as a different crew in this map, which could be important. I'd like it if we're playing a different crew. It could mean that this map takes place during the same time as Terminus Island. Little zip line over the town here is pretty cool. Yeah, see this road here, like, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any spot in Transit that looks like this. But zip lines on a map are always a good thing. I like zip lines.
This way, be sure to stop on.
There was like a little weird tank thing there. Kill streaks returning in zombies, or I don't even know what you'd call it. Actually, this is a good aerial of the map here. I suppose this... I keep pointing at my screen like you guys can see my finger. I suppose this part is kind of like this is where the bus parks in town. This is the one building that's on fire. You have this bus in the middle here, though. And then this is like that back alleyway that led to the church. I mean, it's vaguely similar. Yeah, I don't know. This is like the bar. I don't know. It doesn't look like it to me. So Jet Gun's definitely there. Again, this is a completely different character. This is not any of the main cast characters. So either this map is strictly operators or you're playing as a different crew. So Jet Gun looks like it's putting some work in. To note, there is a bowling alley, though, which there was a bowling alley in Transit that you couldn't get to. Ammo crates returning here, so you could buy ammo easily, like in Cold War, and that's fine, I guess. Kind of takes out the necessity of ammo, max ammos, if you ask me. But then you got the Mangler glove. There's a lot of those parasites there. That was a lot of those fuckers running there. This is interesting too. They're taking down this helicopter. So I'm wondering if attack helicopters will be a score streak you can get, and then the zombies have to kill it. Or maybe this is the cutscene you get when you fail an exfil. I don't know. What did that say? I saw that before. I wanted to know what that. She did this. Okay, so she being Samantha Maxis. This is a cool trap. This little superhero. The Mangler upgrade. Yep. So abominations are returning, and they look even more terrifying than they did before. They're all spiky and shit now, and it looks like they could jump too. I don't know. That's actually, yeah, that's pretty terrifying. So maybe that's part of the ending cutscene that they're actually giving us a piece of here. Maybe this team doesn't make it out of here. Maybe their helicopter, even if you try to exfil, like the helicopter crashes and you get eaten by Abomination. But important to know, Abominations are returning in this map as the boss zombie. So okay. What is, I don't want to know what this animation is too. It looks like maybe if you die, the zombies actually like kill you or something. I don't know. It's another just interesting.
Let's kick things off with a good old-fashioned hell yes, round-based zombies is back. We are welcoming to the desk the Treyarch Zombies team. We've got Kevin Drew, Steve Bianchi, and Anthony Saunders. Guys, that Liberty Falls trailer, as Alex said, it's gonna leave a mark.
It's intense. It's incredible, right?
Yeah. Small town.
It was peaceful. It's a little more dangerous now.
Yeah, it looked like it would have been a good time out with the family. Now, not so much.
You know, we've been riding the zombies hype train since
this
reveal,
dialogue is
and,
cringe.
You know, I feel like I just hit a new level there. But there are two awesome round-based zombies maps at launch: Liberty Falls and, of course, Terminus Island.
Cool trailer, but we've had much better trailers in the past.
What does it feel like to just have both of these out in the world now?
Oh, it's so awesome to have basically Zombies Month, where we've gotten just so
really
much
has
time
been,
to show off all the hard work the team's been doing for the last 4 years, and showcasing both maps, very different. We'll get into that, but it's just been great.
Yeah, lots of hard work over the years from the Zombies team. And Steve, Liberty Falls kind of feels like a new setting for zombies. Like you said, the small town, it's bright. It feels like a little bit of a different place. What, you know, what's this map all about?
Yeah, it's this really idyllic small town. You know, it's in West Virginia, but now it's like the site of a zombie incursion zone. So watch out, it's just destroyed immediately, right? It's crazy, but there's so many details when you look around the map and all these little shops and things like that. You just, it's such a built-out world. It's great, and there's actually all these little stories about the people who used to live there, and some little side quests that maybe you'll find.
You guys, side quests never.
So
what?
Yeah, you gotta wait till it comes out. But, you know, yeah.
And of course, Black Ops 6 is set in
Freedom
1991. So first look at this map on Liberty Falls. It really seems like we're embracing that early 90s era, where of course we see it all over Black Ops 6, but this has got that nice nostalgia.
Oh yeah. So I mean, Terminus is a little hard to get that 90s vibe when you're in a remote Pacific
prison.
Yeah. I've been to a few prisons in the 90s. So
Liberty Falls is really like where we got to just
aesthetically, I like Terminus better.
90s. I think everyone.
Zombies maps during the day, you know.
Yes. So just to bring all these little elements. So for me, it's like the comic
Name
shop,
one zombies map during the day.
Store.
You remember brick and mortar stores, right?
Some fun.
In BO1, in World at War through BO3.
When they
always rewind, right?
Yeah, be kind.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, BO3 doesn't have a single one.
You mentioned Terminus, and we know that Terminus is set concurrently, right, with Liberty Falls, because you see the dates and the trailers.
Yes.
So you got people were putting two and
BO2
two
doesn't have a
that.
single one either.
What are going to be some of the biggest differences?
World at
between,
War, I guess
the
Rook, but
Terminus
Rook's creepy in its own
experience versus the
sense.
Liberty Falls experience.
Yeah. So Terminus, or rather Liberty Falls, has a pretty deceptive.
Black Ops 1, I think it's just Shangri-La.
Threat you feel when you load into Terminus. Terminus is dark, it's claustrophobic immediately, so you feel that threat. You know, the brightness of Liberty Falls will have you feeling almost kind of safe, like maybe you could hit up Yummy Freeze, get a couple scoops, but this is zombies.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, you know.
Something I always take note of when they're showing off zombies gameplay. There's no armored zombies in here. Armored zombies ruin zombies. Like, it's a fact. Like, when you get armored zombies starting to spawn in at round 30 and you just feel how weak your guns start to feel from hitting the zombie's armor, it takes a lot of the powerful feeling out of zombies that you get when you upgrade your guns all the way. And in all the gameplay they ever have shown for this game, there's not a single like armored zombie. And it's, you know, why aren't you showing us the armored zombies? Like, is it because you know that they're annoying as fuck to kill and nobody likes them? Like, there's not a single armored zombie in any of these trailers. So, I don't know, just get them out of the game. Honestly. Armored zombies are part of that MW engine that I've been talking about. And it's, just get them out of the game. We don't need armored zombies.
No, it's not all good. You know, as you explore the map, you'll start to see the signs of the outbreak. You'll see the signs of a failed attempt to contain this thing.
Ah, okay.
So, you know, it'll be everything that you expect. And what we want this to do is like set, you know, we want it to be easy to pick up, you know, but hard to master.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot for players to chew on. It's a smaller map, so again, a lot for players to chew on. While
This
they
map
try
does
not
look
to
very
reach the
small.
there you go.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna write that one down.
It's
but,
funny because they said
speaking of
Terminus
story,
was
'cause
the
you kinda
largest
hinted at
map
it a
they've
little
ever
bit, it's a
made.
failed
This one looks
attempt at
incredibly
entertainment,
small.
which means, you know, we got to look at the cinematic earlier this week that's going to set up the map. And damn, there's some spooky things happening in there. You know, we're seeing for the very first time the man himself, Edward Richtofen.
What's up,
Since Black
Noaf?
Ops Cold
Yeah.
War. And he seemingly is going to get yeeted into another dimension here by the ether. What does this mean, Kevin?
Well, you know, I think it's the cinematic, first of all, is incredible, but I don't think this is how we expected to find Richtofen, and it's a bit of a change of expectations. We're not going to give anything away right now.
They should have made Richtofen part of the crew you play as in this map.
In this cinematic.
That would have been fun.
Whatever you saw at the end there, and Richtofen.
Well, and also too, we see his family. You know, I'm going to make some assumptions here. It seems like they were violently murdered, or there's some sort of very.
I think they just were out at the sun too long.
I hope he doesn't have those nightmares.
No sunblock on the picnic. That'll do some things to you.
Yeah. So up until now, we've really been framing him up as this villain. And you know, he's done terrible things to our crew on Terminus Island. But now we found out some terrible things have happened to him. So it's a bit more gray.
I thought we already knew terrible things happened to him.
Some complexity.
Yeah, the best villains are always the ones that believe that they're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? There were some really sick moments.
100% convinced Cold War Richtofen is not a villain.
It's gonna
He's
be
not.
wild. I'm excited for it.
And you did talk about the end there. I'm just gonna
Samantha
I'm gonna push on a little bit.
Samantha and Weaver killed his family. He just got payback and saved the world in the process.
No, and you could make some assumptions there. If you played the end of Cold War, some things happened that really kind of translate here.
I'm sorry, that was a stupid question. Of course it was Samantha Maxis' voice. That was a stupid question. Where do they get these people? I mean, Richtofen might be a playable character for $20 US. I mean, it's a joke, but it's also not a joke. They'll probably release a Richtofen operator skin pack that's about $20. Deadass. That will probably happen. Because that's just what they do. They did it with Samantha Maxis in Cold War. They'll probably release him as a skin, but he probably won't be part of the normal crew that you play as. So keep buying skins, they'll keep doing it.
Here, and you can kind of connect the points.
So is that what you would suggest players start if they want to get into the story?
While we're waiting, if you want to jump into Cold War, it's a great time to go check out those main quests and get ready. The story.
Yeah, I've been playing Cold War Zombies, but all right, we're headed right into Zombies.
She's been doing it, but she didn't realize that Sam's trapped in that spear.
For those of you watching at home, we are spoiler-free today.
It is all about the money.
We want to ruin the moment, play it at launch, so the main quest and all the Easter eggs are actually turned off. And of course, the dedicated crew is back in round-based zombies in Black Ops 6. But since Liberty Falls happens concurrently with Terminus, dedicated crew's busy. They're trying to break out of prison, so they're not at Liberty Falls.
Okay, so that's confirmation.
A different set of characters played by the folks here on that map today.
Yeah,
They do.
So,
They do happen at the same time.
Any minute now to be jumping into the action, but it seems like once that's good to go, Black
Here's
Ops
the
6
gameplay.
Zombies is live. There you have it, and we are in to the action. We're going to be sticking around with this one for a little bit, talking about what we're going to be seeing, and I mean, I'm just excited to have ground-based zombies.
I wonder what
That
that
is
little
gonna be
spear
really
is here for the
exciting,
tactical.
fun, just, you know, kind of to see how far you can climb, right? That's always the gimmick. You know what I mean? You want to see how far you can go on
Man,
that.
I'd be playing zombies if I was with this event.
Where on the map are we right now?
This is the bank here, so they're inside. You can actually get up on the roof of here too. We call this the Alamo. It's like the last holdout that they had here, Project Janus. So it's actually where you find the Wonder Fizz. Inside here, yeah, we have Juggernaut.
He actually, this guy just passed over whatever that little spear is. I didn't read what it says, but that's fine. I don't really need to know the tacticals.
So we see we're in this mission right now, Liberty Falls. Who's your handler? You know, like what's the goal of the Liberty Falls mission?
Right. So we actually got introduced to our handler in the cinematic, John Blanchard, and he's the head of Janus Security.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We told him lock it down, try to protect Liberty Falls. As we see here.
So I did pointed that guy out in my last stream when I watched the cinematic. That Blanchett character is going to be a character that we follow. I'm like, there's no reason they just gave this random security guy a name just to give him a name. So okay, he's not one of the characters we're playing as though.
They didn't really succeed. So you enter as an outside group, and he mistakes you as part of Project Janus. So he starts to team up with you and guide you along to try to salvage the situation, see if anyone's still alive, figure out what's going on, really just try to contain.
But you said that he assumes that you are a part of the group.
So you might not be.
You might not be.
Oh.
Yeah. TBD.
Okay. All right. That is. I'm.
Oh, I wonder if we're
how
playing
that
as like
story plays
Omega
out there,
operators.
but that's gonna be pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's interesting.
have someone in
So-
the bowling alley.
So this is a set crew, it sounds like. But based off of that trailer, I'm wondering if these people are just gonna die. You know, like we kind of saw the characters in that trailer. Like the one guy got destroyed by an abomination. So these might just be like one-off character operators. What they might do though, which I've got my fingers crossed, but I feel like they'd advertise it a little more. They haven't done a celebrity map since Black Ops 4. So this could be a celebrity cast crew that, you know, does all just die off in the end, kind of like Dead of the Night style, where they killed off literally everybody in that map. So I'm thinking if that's what they're gonna do, I'd be fine with that. I just need the characters to actually have dialogue and not be cringy operators just saying like, I don't even know. I can't even think of anything that the operators say because I've just repressed all those memories from my mind. But the map does not have the zombies aura, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this map looks very Outbreak to me. It's set during the day. It's very open. So, you know, I'm not too. The Terminus map has a much cooler vibe to it. It has again, like I said earlier, you can count on one hand the number of zombie maps from BO3 back to World at War that were set during the day. Even BO4. Yeah. BO4 has 2 maps set during the day. So daytime zombie maps just aren't good. Zombies is a good mode to play at night when it's dark, in my opinion. So yeah, it definitely is missing that feel. You're exactly right.
Here, this is Liberty Lanes, and there's my guy, Mr. Peaks. Little neon, Mr. Peaks on the wall.
Great place to do some training there on the bowling lanes.
Oh, here's the crafting table. I want to take a look at this actually. So you could craft armor plates. Okay. I hope you could hold more than 3 of them. Let's see, RCXD. What is this? Oh, that's the Mangler gun. Yeah, it looks like an attack helicopter you can call in. So that, I think that's what they saw in the trailer, the attack helicopter getting torn down by the zombies. Then you got this is the Mangler mutation, and then I don't know what this is, actually. Oh, that's self-revive. Never mind. I totally know what that was. Anywho. Then you got your lethal and tactical stuff.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Crafty's back.
Goodies.
You can make support, which is
They took out some of the OP stuff. Like Chopper Gunner. Chopper Gunner was a get out of jail free card, kind of OP. The thing I'm worried about with that though is there's a lot of things gone, and I'm really hoping they don't just add stuff in like they did last time, like add in the death machine or the hand cannon and be like, hey, this is new content for zombies, we're adding the death machine, which in my opinion should be a drop in the game, but you know, it was only that for BO3, I think, so it's not like it's really a classic zombies drop, but I'd rather it be a drop in the game than having to craft it. I think that's just obnoxious, but anywho.
Actually limiting how many self-revives
ray guns here.
Craft a game now to 3.
So only 3 per match.
Make it a little tougher.
Oh, there's the abomination.
Opportunities.
I definitely needed that. I needed.
Oh,
yeah.
here's our first
I like the new design on the abomination. They look good.
I mean, that ray gun is. You can always
Loot
leave it
key.
up to the ray gun. Yeah.
Somebody, of course, they go lock out the ray gun.
So the ray gun has a new look that we're.
Yeah. So the weapons team did an amazing job. They
Yeah. Okay. This part right here looks a lot like Transit to me. That looks very Transit between these two buildings, but then you see the rest of it and you're like, no, that's not town. It's not town at all.
Huge polish pass. So like the weapon inspect, it looks amazing. You actually see the cartridges as you reload.
Oh, you see his gobble gums here.
It
It looks like this one maybe gives you more armor plates.
Yeah, really neat.
I'm sure we're going to get another ray gun look as we get further into Liberty Falls. Benny Central here, round 11.
Yeah. Now, something I am curious about, because the world looks very lived in. It's got a lot of, you know.
It doesn't look
seems
like
has a
there's
lot
the
of
oh
layers
shit
to
sprint
it,
in
and
zombies.
There's a story to be told in the map itself, right? So you know what?
Oh no, there's
what is,
Chopper
like,
Gunner.
being in this
Chopper
map,
Gunner.
like,
That must
how
be
does
Chopper
this,
Gunner,
relate
and
to the
they're
players?
still
Like,
done.
what are there going to be some goodies that they could
Not an
find
attack
around here?
helicopter.
Like, what do we have?
Yeah, you know, we have an epic main quest here in this map that you'll be able to experience when it comes out.
Actually get a pretty good view of the map here. It looks like you can get over here, but there's like a wall of cars here, maybe. Oh, the pool is just blood. Okay, that's a nice touch. You can get up to the roof here, it looks like. Yeah, this map looks so small. All right.
And, you know, as part of that, we are really upping the challenge this time around. So I think people will be pleasantly surprised of what they need to do to kind of do, you know, challenge their skills and their puzzle solving abilities.
So you can actually, you can remove unnecessary HUD. They announced that in the reveal, I think. You can like customize the HUD, and then there's actually a BO3 HUD setting, which changes it to look very similar to the BO3 HUD. So like you could get rid of the mini map. I don't know why they have a mini map in zombies, to be honest. I mean, I do use it when I play things like Outbreak in Cold War. It's just on round based, you really don't need it. But it's not something, I don't know, the HUD, I don't necessarily complain about stuff on the HUD. It doesn't bother me that much, but there is a feature to kind of remove some of that stuff. So, yeah, I'm glad you got that news from me. Yeah. There's if you look on their blog, there you can actually see they have it side by side comparison to the default HUD and the Black Ops 3. I think it's called the Legacy HUD. So it has like your gobblegum where it would be in Black Ops 3. It has everything kind of set up how it does in Black Ops 3. I think it removes the mini map and some of the other stuff on there. So yeah, the HUD's not a huge issue. They have a good quality of life system in play for that.
We have new operator skins, and actually for the first time, Wonder Weapon skins as well.
Wonder Weapon skins.
That is something that I think people are going to be
the ability to make your ray gun look like a different ray gun.
Yeah,
we're super excited for the
That's kind of cool.
You know, on this map, everyone's really
unnecessary but
working
cool.
on the map. We can't wait.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a lot of work done that day. I got to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
If you're looking for anything, I'm going to be busy.
You can definitely also see the Omni movement as well playing.
All right, the shotgun's gotta do. The shotgun's gotta hit. The Howler is so much fun to use in Cold War Zombies.
But now you can just like slide back. Yeah, you can just move away. Has that added some fun layers to the Zombies experience?
I'd say definitely with PhD Flopper, you could see up on the hill there, you grab that, you run and jump down, do an awesome back dive and explode, and it's great. It's really cool. The movement makes it so fluid to get around.
You can run backwards now, but there might be zombies behind you, so it's not necessarily an advantage.
It's safe to assume there are zombies anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So actually, we have third-person mode.
Yes, and we're seeing it right here.
There you go.
Oh,
so
snap.
That's kind of a nice way if you're able to play like that.
This is a talking point I haven't brought up before. Third person mode. It's a cool concept to put into a Call of Duty. And zombies, totally cool. Like if you want to do that, I mean that's gonna be really good for you. I mean that just it increases your visual field so good, so much. You know, if you want to do third person and zombies, that's a cool option. I like that. In multiplayer though, it's gonna give certain people an edge. And you know, if I'm playing multiplayer and I'm dying to these guys that can see around corners because they're in third person mode versus first person mode, I'm gonna get annoyed. You know? So I think there needs to be a specific playlist. I think it needs to not be a personal preference. Like if you're playing this mode, like you're doing for like Call of Duty is an arcade shooter. It's a first person arcade shooter. It always has been. And I don't mind mixing in the third person aspect, but I don't want to be dying to these guys using scuff controllers, third person mode. They can see around the corners because they're in third person mode. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hate it, but in multiplayer, it could get annoying. It will most definitely get annoying, actually, when you're going against some sweats. I'm pretty sure third person mode is coming to multiplayer as well. I actually think I saw some, you know how like people have copies of the beta early, because that big mess up on the PlayStation Store, I think it was. People got the game files early and have been playing the beta for like 2 weeks now or something. I think if you look up actual BO6 gameplay, I think multiplayer has third person capabilities also, because I think it's in the options. So correct me if I'm wrong on that, but if it is in multiplayer, then it's gonna be an issue. So it's a cool idea, but it's gonna be an issue if it's abused in multiplayer, which it most definitely will be. But also just pointing out, I just realized this guy's name is Hisoka, and if you know anything about Hunter x Hunter and all the YouTubers who have been outed this year for some not so great stuff, just keep an eye on this man. Just keep an eye on him. That's all I'm gonna say.
To get a little bit more, awareness behind you.
Wow, I did not realize that. That is actually really cool. And then you can also see just like the wild slides.
We're showing off.
It shows off Omni movement really well.
Yeah, no, that's pretty damn awesome. So now, in terms of
you should make this into a drinking game and take a shot every time they say Omni movement in this live stream. You'd be done by 10 minutes in. They say Omni movement too much. They're so hyped about it.
Saying tuning and balancing these things, so it's going to be a good challenge. We can't wait.
Should we be expecting that difficulty to be climbing up and again harder and harder?
Yeah, I think we're always trying.
Yeah,
it's tough when the world is trying to solve a single puzzle, but it's like we always want to make sure the steps are intuitive but hard to discover initially. It's an interesting balance, and we always give it a shot every time, and always trying to hone
challenge your skills too. Right?
Of course.
Yeah. Ultimately, we want more people to dive into the main quests and enjoy the narrative, discover the narrative in zombies.
That is a plus. This guided mode is a plus.
Might be newer to zombies with Black Ops 6.
Yeah, so in BO6 we have what we're
The reason they made Easter eggs easier is because they wanted more players to do the main quests. And I think the guided mode is a good way to balance that by making the Easter eggs harder, but then, you know, a month later the main quest comes out and you can do that.
And completes the quest. So as
Shields
they
up.
finish
What is this doing?
The rounds will ramp up.
Okay, I think shields up just gave him an extra armor, maybe. Okay, yeah.
It'll help keep things under control. We've given it a general cap of round 15, so things will never get too crazy for the players.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're
Guided mode has a cap of round 15. Yeah, that makes it way easier for newbies and bad players to do the zombie main quest.
That has just either been intimidated or just hasn't been able to get into the main quest because of the difficulty, and we're hoping
that trap is super cool.
Oh, we're seeing a trap.
It's Etherella.
Oh, wait a minute. We got this guy's got his subtitles on. Absolute champ here with the subtitles on. So we have Oh, I was thinking this was our crew, but you could see this Erythrella. All right, Trey, you got to work on that name. Erythrella is the character here who's shooting the comic book character that they made up, who's shooting these trap lasers. So that's her. But this Bayon guy might be the name of one of our crew members. So that's something to note there. Oh, you can see the armor wall by there too. Again, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like the armor should just be in the armory. I don't get why it's a wall by. Personally, I think it's just kind of a dumb change, but whatever.
Just in. Etherella.
Yep.
So this is a new
Etherella.
trap just on Liberty Falls.
Yeah.
Tell us about Etherella here.
This is a life-size action figure here from a comic book, right? That actually you can fire this up and
what round are these guys on?
Zombies with their laser death beam eyes here, but you gotta watch out there because your head could get clipped too. So be sure to crouch.
Oh yeah,
Big guy was taking some shots there.
Big guy was taking some collateral damage.
You don't want to hang out in the comic book on top of the counter there. You might get blasted during that. But
yeah, so the guided version comes out I think a month after the new maps will come out. So guided won't be in the game at launch. It's something more for like later down the line, so you don't have to look up a Mr. Waffles video like 5 years later if you want to do the main quest. So, which I could appreciate. Anybody who has dedicated to their memory how to do the Origins Easter egg is, a madman.
I understand as well, because there are a lot of new things that are going to come into zombies.
Oh, this person has the jet gun.
Somebody's got the jet gun. Okay, so
speaking of
Hutch, one of the OGs, we could talk about this. Every map has its own unique wonder weapon in Black Ops 6.
Yes.
What are we looking at here?
This is the jet gun, right? For this map, this is a favorite returning, maybe fan favorite from Transit that we're actually.
Whoa, okay, I want to know who said that right now. The jet gun is not a fan favorite wonder weapon. It is absolutely the worst wonder weapon ever made. The fan favorite from Transit. Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. They've definitely fixed it in this game. There's no way he just said it's a fan favorite from Transit. He said that with a chuckle. He must have been sarcastic. There ain't no way. Yo, what's up, Vaughn?
Actually been boosting up here, and you're not gonna
That's a
break
interesting
it apart now,
barrier.
right? Like last time, you're gonna actually keep it. It just overheats. So once you construct it, you have it. So obviously, if people haven't played it before, it's made from a big jet engine. So it's gonna suck in all these zombies, chop them up, kind of spit them out the back end of that. You can actually pull in, salvage, stuff like power-ups. We have weapons and things like that too. If you get, so it's really fun to use that weapon. Just cranking through the zombies, but it also has a new specialty weapon blast that you can do and charge up, and it fires off and
that's sick.
In case of emergency, break glass type scenario.
So real quick, what he just described, the jet gun. Okay, plus it does not break apart like it did in Transit. Obviously, it wasn't going to do that because you don't build it in this like you do in Transit because they got rid of buildables. Who knows why they did that? It's one of the best zombie mechanics from BO2, 3, and 4. But anywho, so you get the jet gun, and it sounds like it does exactly what it was supposed to do in BO2, but instead it would just overheat right away and explode. But it sucks in the zombies and grinds them up. But then he talks about this blast. So if you added a blast to the jet gun, isn't it just a reskinned die from Cold War? Except it overheats. Because he did say it still overheats. So it's not really a new wonder weapon then. I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it'll still feel like the jet gun, but to me, since you added an energy blast or whatever to it, that tells me that its sucking capacity is probably not going to be as strong as the jet gun. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a reskinned die, base stage die. And when you looked at the wonder weapon from Terminus, it kind of works just like the electric die. It's basically just a laser. It has a second shooting feature. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I wasn't too impressed with that wonder weapon. I was excited to see the jet gun returning here. But again, this map doesn't look like a Transit remake to me, so I don't know why they just threw the jet gun in there. Since it doesn't look like a Transit remake, I'm like, why are they throwing the jet gun in here? And now I'm thinking maybe they just did it because it's a reskinned die. So yeah, I was excited for the jet gun. Now I'm less excited. But who knows? It could be a lot of fun to use. The jet gun, in theory, was a very fun gun, but you use it for 2 seconds and it explodes. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, a lot of new things that are going to be coming to this. We just saw even things that are returning that are getting a fresh coat of paint on it. But also, I want to talk about the new perk machines as well, because there's one name in particular that I absolutely love, the Melee Macchiato. Yeah. It's just too good. What is it? What can you tell us about it?
So this perk machine is new, and it is everything that is 90s. We've got grunge rock, we've got boxing, we've got coffee. So
coffee shops, what's
coffee
better?
shops.
Yeah.
Okay. So
called a cup of Kino. Wait till you see what it costs. Yeah, nice.
You drink it. It replaces your gun butt with this lethal punch that sends zombies flying. Really fun to use. It also ties in nicely with our dedicated melee, which is also coming to zombies. So when you bring your baseball bat and your knife in, it buffs the damage for that as well. So it's a really nice perk, especially early rounds, to get a kind of a...
Oh, dude, I gotta hit the gym too. I need to go soon because I'm going to the movies tonight. So yeah, I appreciate you tuning in. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed. I may or may not be getting this game still and playing it. I don't know. I really want to play a new COD, but I'm also like, So yeah, I appreciate you tuning in and being in the chat there, man. You have a good one. Have a good lift. Don't tear your pec like me.
Here's the armor buy.
Yeah.
Which is new.
Yeah, so
holy crap! How expensive was that?
Instead of it used to get it, you'd have to get it from, and it's part of the core progression, right? You're just coming to zombies. So when you bring your baseball bat,
that armor wall buy looked expensive.
For that as well. So it's a really nice perk.
Holy crap! 1,400 for level 3 armor, or 14,000. Why is that so expensive? It looks like you maybe start with level 1 armor. Yeah, you stay safe too, man. It looks like you might start with level 1 armor, but geez. See, this is what I don't like. I don't want to spend my points on armor. I'd much rather spend salvage. That's expensive. Level 3 armor? There's got to be a level 4 armor though, right? This is only epic. Legendary's higher than that. I don't know.
Especially early rounds.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Armor buy.
Yeah.
Which is new.
Yeah, so we've moved armor as wall buys instead of it used to get it. You'd have to get it from the arsenal.
Yeah.
And so now it's such an important thing that we thought we wanted to get that out there.
The macchiato and buffing your...
You're deciding, do I want to get Jug or do I want to get tier 2 armor?
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
and that can obviously...
I think they showed someone at Pack-a-Punch earlier, and I think they were going to tier 2, and tier 2 is 15,000. So I think the Pack-a-Punch costs are going to be the same. That's not a bad thing if they go back to the old point system where every hit gives you 10 points, but you're getting points per kill here. So
exciting twist on top, and one of those
I liked the macchiato, knowing that.
So we might have seen it somewhere around here, but we've got several gobble.
We got another character name there, West Point.
Gobblegums are a consumable buff system that was first introduced.
I like the macchiato. It buffs your melee weapons, like whatever you spawn in with. So I do like that, because they needed that in Cold War. Because your knife and everything, like after a certain amount of time, it wasn't even worth using that stuff. I mean, it probably still won't in this, unless I think one of the major upgrades you can put on melee macchiato, it hits multiple zombies at once. So like, say you're swinging a baseball bat, kind of like Ethereal Razor in BO4. If you're swinging that baseball bat and you hit multiple zombies at once, and that's buffed, and your melee weapon is Pack-a-Punched with an ammo mod, with your tier upgrades, that's what Cold War needed when it came to the melee weapons. Because you can't use them at later rounds, because you get close to the zombies and you just get swarmed, or you get hit so much, like your armor just gone. So I do like that aspect. That is something that in theory it sounds like it's gonna work well for letting you do your melee weapons.
Black Ops 3, they're really fun. You use them and you kind of break the rules. It gives you little really powerful abilities for a little.
So something I've taken note of. The only gobblegums I've seen in use are blue. So I'm wondering if the blue ones are that like tier of ones that don't get consumed. Kind of like in BO3, you had the ones that you could never run out of. So
time, or kind of progresses your growth. We made a lot of improvements this game.
And it's stock option and anywhere but here, which are usually ones that are not consumable.
You make your pack in the front end, but once you get in, you still have to go to these machines.
Yeah.
One's free every round.
But you can earn them just through playing, to your point.
As you play, as rounds turn, you always have a chance to earn a gum.
Okay.
What's new and really cool is
Wait, he went to a different area to buy armor. I wonder if there's multiple armor buys, or the different level of armors are in different spots of the map. So say you could buy level 1 armor if you have that many points, but you can't buy level 3 to refill your armor. I don't know, but at that point, wouldn't you just craft armor plates? I need to know how the armor system works in this game. That's what I need. Here's another character named Toro.
Actually allow you to take 3 and store them on yourself, so you can actually kind of strategize or make combos and decide how to use them. It uses the score streak menu, very similar to MP. So if you're familiar with that, kind of sorting between those, you can do it here.
Yeah.
Really excited to see how people are going to kind of
just feels like you guys are
these things
doing
out.
such a great job of just making sure that like the person who only plays multiplayer can go over to zombies and also feel at home with like some of the mechanics that kind of transfer over, which I think is really cool. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the awesome thing, especially about like Omni movement, the global systems that are coming. We called out the HUD presets earlier, which you'll be able to see in zombies as well. Dedicated melee. We've got plenty of stuff.
Oh, Tim the Tap Man's in this.
The core is so buttery smooth. It's like we want to bring that over into zombies.
You're making me hungry. We're talking about coffee and butter. And maybe it's something about watching the zombies try to eat you that's...
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. But it's a different kind of...
These guys are trying to exfil at round 16. What's up with that?
So Kevin, augments are also a huge new thing coming to
let's
zombies
talk about these
in Black
augments.
Ops 6. And I've heard this referred to as build crafting a little bit. You get the combos going. You know, how's this going to work?
Yeah, so this is the evolution of a permanent progression system that we introduced in Cold War. This idea that the longer you play zombies...
I'm sorry, they gotta switch off this streamer, dude. This guy's obnoxious as fuck. Just get better at zombies. He's bitching about nobody calling the exfil. Like, come on.
You get to power up your abilities, your field upgrades, your perks, your ammo mods, make them more powerful. What's different this time around is you're unlocking augments, and there's 6 per category of content. So you have...
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with Hutch? He is locked in.
And the idea here is that depending on what you're trying to do in the game, whether it's high rounds, playing as a group, going for the main quest, right? That's really going to impact how you...
okay, that shot that just came from the jet gun looked a bit more like a thunder gun blast, honestly. He's Warzone and multiplayer strictly. I wouldn't watch him. I wouldn't watch me either, though. I'm not funny. But I don't know. That was I could hear him whining right in my ears, and I'm just like, dude, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. That blast though, with it kind of looked more like the thunder gun than the die. So I don't know. Like I kind of like the look of that. We'll see.
Build your augments and what you set, and so ultimately, you're making your Juggernog your Juggernog.
Yeah. Your Juggernog.
It's my Juggernog.
Yeah.
Your Juggernog is not like mine, or maybe it is.
Maybe it is. I'm a support player.
So maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
But there's over 100 of these to unlock, and it's going to be a very lengthy journey to unlock all of them. So, yeah, just really excited.
I doubt that. There was over 100 things to unlock in Cold War at launch, I'm pretty sure. And we grinded that shit out in like a couple weeks.
At the studio, when you guys talk about the making of Black Ops 6, sort of these set of core pillars that the game was built around.
Dude, Hutch is locked in. Holy
become
crap.
monster. And that's something that's interwoven across the entire game, but you folks on the Zombies team said, hey, we'll take that literally. And that seems like how we got Mutant Injection.
Yeah, it's a blast, right? So yeah, here we have it. You inject yourself, and you actually can become a mangler for a limited amount of time, and you just plow through zombies. And
All right, I'm
chop them up and blast them. It's great, you know.
I'm thinking Mutant Injection.
For a really long time, and the animators actually showed us like, hey, check this out. Like,
there's a
let's
ton
do
of
this. Let's
zombies
make this
just
happen in
lined
this
up
game. So,
there.
yeah,
though,
so this
like
is the first
I haven't seen any of these players have a train like that.
It's just such a blast to play.
Also,
But I'm curious to see if Mutant Injection comes in with Panzers, Abominations. It'd be cool to play as all of those, especially a Panzer. Fuck yeah, that would be awesome.
It's like that level of power.
I think you said
Yeah, like this guy, he's running into like 3
Mangler on
zombies.
Mangler crime. If you use
Okay,
Mutant
there's a good
Injection
train.
on another, on a Mangler.
It's great. And the VO that he says is great during that too. It's hilarious. It's like,
Got to see that.
No, for sure. All right, well, there's other things to talk about here as well. Kevin, why don't you go ahead and tell us about the Arsenal as well, and like what should we be expecting there?
Yeah, so we've really streamlined the Arsenal this game, and also kind of given it a glow up. It's, it'll be found on the level. It's a one-stop shop for weapon upgrades. It's where you spend your salvage to upgrade rarity and apply ammo mods. What's also really cool though is
What else are they talking about here in Zombie World?
Drill and sergeant. Voice, and it will actually kind of call you out. If it notices that you run nearby it, if your weapon's underpowered, it might be like...
So Warzone's coming up soon.
Yeah, I love it when my NPCs judge me,
to get over here and upgrade it. Because it's really important to kind of keep up with the power band as these zombies get harder and harder.
Yeah, we just heard someone wail
I just heard
on the
someone
other side.
scream at no behind us. So
that's how you know they were in a good run.
They might have hit that death animation that we've been hoping to see.
Oh man, and this the Abomination is just horrifying. I am not looking. There's like one outside too, right? There's like some massive one. There's just so much to talk about. We're going to be talking about it. Don't worry, folks. Plenty to yap about when it comes to zombies. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we're talking some more Black Ops 6. See you guys on the other side.
Let's skip past this. What's going on here with the Wonderwaff? You could pre-order a 1/2 scale replica statue of the Wonderwaff. And if you buy this, it's probably like $400. If that, it's probably actually more, because that little ray gun thing that they sold with the mystery box was like $500. So this is probably closer to $1,000. If you buy that, you get an exclusive in-game camo. All right, let me get my credit card. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't buying that. 1/2 scale. So, I mean, how big is that thing? How big is this thing supposed to be? It's kind of cool. I mean, to each their own. If you want to buy that, if I had the money to buy that, if I was a billionaire and I had money to throw away, I'd probably buy it. But like, where the fuck am I gonna put that thing? If it was 1-to-1 scale, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool for like a cosplay. 1/2 scale is pretty small. Really? I don't know. I'm just picturing Richtofen in that cutscene holding it. This is pretty cool. They made a real abomination. So that's pretty cool. I saw that on Instagram.
Okay, we are all so obsessed.
What was that?
We are obsessed with Abby.
Okay.
That was Abby, which is our pet name for the 2-scale Mega Abomination.
Yeah,
Black
because
Ops
he gave that thing a pet name. Oh my word!
Are they just talking about this thing?
Yeah, she's been very demure.
Now
Let's
we're
see.
ready, obviously, to talk more about zombies, Steph. But what do we have next here? Because
They're just
we got a lot
talking
of good
about
stuff here to dive into.
thing.
Yeah, we talked about Wonder Weapons a little bit. You guys got a quick look at the Wunderwaffe. Wunderwaffe, which we have all been arguing about, which is the correct way. I think I'm siding with the internet. I'm saying
I just call it the DG2 because I can barely grasp the English language.
But every map will have its own unique Wonder Weapon. We got a quick look at the.
Oh, there it is. It's in the.
Let's go back and have another.
That's still good sized.
The Thrustodon.
AKA
Yeah.
the shotgun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that it's called the Thrustodon, but in its core, it's just a giant jet engine. It's just
The
gonna
Thrustodon.
devour people.
Model 23.
Okay, yeah, it looks like the jet gun.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder.
It truly makes you wonder what that first version looked like,
And we saw-
the person who used it.
We saw in gameplay a little bit, but of course, we still have.
There's that blast attack. Right?
Oh yeah, the blast attack is real. We still have old
Oh, okay, it
Faithful
sucks up
is
the
there,
items,
so
which
we
is
got
pretty
a quick
cool.
Look at the ray gun, but the ray gun has had a bit of a makeover.
Yeah.
There
look how
she is.
good
Has it?
the
Looks so
weapons
cool.
team knocked it out of the park.
That reload animation is so sick.
So cool. It's
Man.
just like,
Reload animation. He put the same shit back inside of it. It's empty. That's a weapon inspect, bud. Yeah, it has some decent size to it. I like, okay, the blast from the jet gun reminds me more of a thunder gun blast. So I think the Wonder Weapon will be kind of fun to use. The die was fun to use, but I just didn't want it to be like a total reskin. That's what it sounded like.
it rotates, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the back spins.
The ray
rotates,
gun,
you
the way it
can-
looks
You
is
can
pretty
tell, like,
cool.
just, again, a lot of
It's
work,
got like a
was
little
put
bit
into
of a
that. lot
reskin.
care was
Yeah.
put into that. So the whole team.
Can't wait till you see the
They
robot
just
skin
kind
for it. You know?
of reskinned it. It's not really
we saw
that
a few
care.
skins
How much
for
care?
it as well. I think some people running
Yeah,
around
you
with
can-
it.
There's Pack-a-Punch for
That
both
was
of them in there
Pack-a-Punch,
now,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
Which is great.
okay.
The jet gun can
Complete-
Pack-a-Punch too, right?
Complete the main quest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see what it
Maybe
looks
you'll
like.
see what that looks like.
All right.
You know.
I'm not getting
you
into
really
the
can't talk
Warzone
about
stuff.
The Wunda weapons without mentioning the iconic Wunderwaffe, aka the DG2. And for all those Call of Duty collectors out there, we actually have something pretty dope to show you. Check this out.
Oh,
Bam.
there she is.
Boom. Now.
Oh, yeah, that's
not
really
exactly,
It's
this is
good
obviously a
size,
smaller
but
version
it's
of it.
it's
A little
small.
bit of- a little half scale of it here.
Yeah,
The
okay, this is the
Wunderwaffe
real one.
DG2 replica that is now available for pre-order.
That's half
on the
scale?
Call of Duty shop, and we saw Richtofen
How
use
big is the real
DG2
one supposed to
in the Liberty
be?
Falls cinematic and use it in a lot of creative ways as well. Might I add.
Reloading with a zombie's head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just seemed like a thing to do in the moment.
He
right?
he used the
Very
Wunderwaffe.
cool thing to do.
The
But, of
Wunderwaffe
course,
is
this right
Rick
here
Toffin's
gonna be a
weapon,
perfect
man. It is.
companion for
So.
your ray gun collectible that released last year, and I want this. So
Alright, that's
I'm
pretty
gonna
cool.
take it.
Kevin said
Of
it
course
best
you want it.
earlier. Is like, be
We
like
all love
Richtofen,
dusty
keep it next to
knickknacks
your
that are nostalgic.
Bring them on.
So.
Get your new friends involved.
Anywho, we're gonna skip through that because I need to go meet up with Font here
So
soon.
we saw this
So
a
I want to get
little
the last bit of
earlier in the
zombies here.
show, but I am very excited to talk progression challenges coming to zombies, which includes some
Mystic
incredible
Gold.
mastery camos that you're seeing
Opal.
on screen now. Kevin,
Here's our
Okay.
time to shine. These zombie mastery camos are equally awesome. as
Afterlife.
MP.
Okay, I've never seen Afterlife. The other two I've seen before. They were in prior Black
This
Ops
one's
games.
Afterlife looks incredible, but I am really excited.
Afterlife
about Nebula.
probably is from another one.
This
Ooh,
thing,
okay.
When you fire it,
It's basically just dark matter, but with a different color scheme. But I could get down with it. It looks cool. Do I care to listen to them talk about it for the next like 5 minutes? No. So we're gonna skip
as
past that.
zombie popcorn, which is
What are we
really
talking here?
gross. But
Changes
Anthony,
popcorn forever for me.
yeah, Anthony, tell us how these work.
Oh,
basically
the
we have
parasites.
what's,
I already
the
know
start
how
of
they
the
work.
Canary chain represented in the parasite and the vermin. And basically these things will pop out of zombies dynamically throughout an engagement, so kind of switch it up for you. You know, you think you're clearing your horde, and all of a sudden a giant head pops off and turns into a spider and comes after you. And so you have to kind of change where you're aiming. You know, it mixes things up, keeps it interesting. You know, keeps it.
That little clip they just showed there of the boss zombie on Terminus, I think it looks like a mix between Thrashers and the Mimic. Yeah, it changes to a slight red. I think the dark matter kind of did that too, where the whole thing changes to a slight red. But yeah, well, I was saying, I mean, he grabs you like the Mimic does, but then I think it will eat you like a Thrasher if you're down, which I always thought was a really cool aspect of Zetsubo. So I think that's a more interesting boss enemy than the Abomination, because we've seen him before. But
yep. Look down, look up. So, yeah, it really just switches things up for you.
Because if there's one thing that we all needed, it's more ways for things to kill us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
I mean, really.
Yeah, they're just talking about the parasites. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the stream there because I gotta go pick up Font. But yeah, I'm gonna have to think on some of these details for a bit. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna get this game. I'm probably gonna end up getting it. Just because I really want to play a new COD. Will I be buying skins? No. Will I be getting the Vault Edition? Probably. Just because, I don't know. There's some reason I like to waste money, but you will all see that gameplay if I end up doing it, and if I end up streaming it, which I most likely will. I'll probably play it a lot. But yeah. That's going to do it for the stream. Thank you so much, Vaughn, for tuning in, and Noaf, and everybody that left a like and was here for a bit. I appreciate you all. Maybe I'll see you in this game. I don't know if anybody is actually planning on getting this game, but we'll see what happens. So I'm sure I'll talk more about it in some of my other streams coming up. But yeah, this has been Papa Ray's Pizzeria. I hope you enjoyed your slice of pizza today. And I'll catch you all in the next one.